Hello, hello. It's Thursday. Time for some thoughts. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are PM Artist Studio. Ooh. Oh, it's a really good one.
Reverberation there.
As Izzy says, can we, what did she say? Harmonate.
Harmonate.
She wants to harmonate.
Harmonate with me, Mom.
It's funny stuff. Alrighty, guys, it is 30 thoughts, so that means we'll have some thoughts from P, and then we're going to move on to some sprays with me. Love it when it rhymes.
Psst, 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 psst.
Do you want to go topside, or do you want me to just, are you going to thought right there in that window?
I'm going to thought right here in this position.
Can you turn off the air? You're going to freeze me to death. Did you notice she cleaned up some more of her area? I was getting really excited because I thought I heard her say that she was getting rid of, because we call it the rainbow. And I thought it was going to go away. She just cleaned it off. Which is also exciting. Just not as exciting as being, you know. Hey, the snake skin's gone. I'm pretty happy about that.
No, it's not. It's back there. I put it in Izzy's bag. Okay,
She's
thoughts
stuffing.
today. Oh, Judy P., I swear, she sent me a book.
Did she send you that one too?
Yeah.
Wow.
An Uncommon Scold, Words to Live By. And I thought this was a good one. Very applicable to our crowd, myself included. A woman is as young as her knees. Mary Quaint. Y'all know who she was.
I don't know if I'm doing very good then. I got kind of a bad knee. I think I got that from you.
Well, I guess maybe you're not doing very good.
No.
You're as young as your knees. Yes. And then I was reading an article. You know that stuff that comes on your, when you open up.
The little pocket articles is
Yes,
what you.
the pocket
yeah.
articles. Okay, I love those things. I get kind of irritated sometimes because they won't let you read them unless you subscribe, and I think that's really it.
Oh, Barbara Poole's here. She says hello from Mexico. I will say hello to everybody here in a minute, but we'll do some Thursday thoughts. Get that out of the way.
All right, yes, and then you all can be contemplating.
Or maybe I should say hello to everybody real quick, because it's real quick at the beginning where it fades away. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and be sure to turn your chat over to live chat so that way you see everything. Say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. If you want to hang out in the background, totally fine. But would love for you to give those thumbsy upsies. Very much appreciated. Super importante, especially here in the beginning. Because, you know why. Because y'all are regulars that are here in the chat. We know the deal. All right, let's say hello to everyone. Ooh, quite the list. Okay, here we go. We have Ann, Anthony, April, Art Curious, that's Miriam, Barbara Cabrera, Barbara Poole, Belinda, Candy, Carrie, Darcy, Deb, Denise, Diane, Eddie, Ellen, Evie, Fran on the Edge, Ginger Sparks, Griffin Shield, that's Rhonda, Carla, Kathy, L.A. Beeler, that's Laura, Lisa Mingus, Martha, Seeking for Art, Maxine's here, Nancy Gray is here, Linda Wren's just popped in there, Nightbot, she's the one you want to watch out for, she'll drop in links, usually prompted by one of our mods. Patty Fulton's here, Panka, Reverend Sonia, Star Traveler, that's Linda, Stitching Art, that's Paula, Sue Davis, Susan Dufresne, Texture Junkies, that's Sharon, Messy Palette, that's Diane Down Under, Tina, Trish Coogan, Willow Rose Creations, that's Sherry, AKA used to be Black Dog Creations, right? Just changing things up on me.
Oh, somebody asked if the microphones have been changed. Yes, they have. The positioning has.
Why? Is it better or worse?
Well, they said that I sounded far away and now you sound loud.
Oh. Well, let's hold here. It's like there's a weird little sweet spot of where we can be and what not. How's that?
How is that? P is not very loud. Well, I will try to speak more distinct.
I know, usually it's me.
I know.
But I did move it around a little bit. Because I was worried about the air. I told her, can't have the air on. I haven't fixed the vent thing, so it just makes noise. It's sort of open. It's like halfway open.
Did you get everybody?
I think I did. Hey, Judy. Did I say Judy P?
I think so.
Okay.
I already talked about you, Judy P. So I hope you were here early on. because I told him about the cool little book that you sent me.
Oh, Linda likes your hat.
Thank you. I'll tell you what. I looked at 25 pages last night trying to find these hats.
From Etsy, but then we found out, because I asked Dana, I said, P really needs she wants a brown one.
I want a brown one, and I also want a gray one.
Amazon, she says.
Amazon. Who knew?
Women's berets is what she says.
Yes. I wrote that on a sticky note. It's back yonder. Okay, we've had this word before. But the reason I'm bringing it back is because, well, there's two reasons. Number one, I watched, what is her name? She has the coolest glasses.
St. Hilaire.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She makes
Elizabeth.
stencils.
Mm-hmm.
She makes her own stencils. And,
Well, she sells them through Joggles.
yes.
Joggles makes her stencils.
Joggles makes her stencils. But anyway, I watch her periodically because she does something that I want to know about. So she was doing, she was making papers that she was going to turn into flowers. And she's doing it with opaque paints, which, you know, that's not my go-to. I mean, you all realize it's not. I'm more about transparencies and what colors are going to go. What did you just do?
Well, you were looking kind of, I don't know. Lighting is terrible because it's overcast outside. I look pale. You look pale. We look kind of sickly.
Well, you
We're
look
fine.
warm. I look like
Mine's always warmer. I don't know why. I
pink.
I pick up warmth. The camera.
Terrible itch on my nose.
I know you do. You can work that out.
Okay, so this is a word, and it was brought up by Anne.
Thanks, Anne.
Palimpsest. And it was an article in the New Yorker, and it was called The End of the English Major. And it really is a very good article. It's by Nathan Heller, and it's in the March 6th.
Now, Gretchen told us about that word.
Oh, Gretchen did.
And it was actually her husband.
Oh, well, see, good for you.
She's
remembering.
giving you props,
I just knew it was
Anne.
Anne.
She's sure it was you.
I'm just sure that, you know.
It was
all the
Gretchen. See, now those are things I remember.
I know.
sometimes.
Elizabeth St. Hilaire is a wonderful artist and teacher. Oh, I agree. I just
Hi, Marcia.
I just watched her because she was layering colors, and that was the title of it all. And I thought, well, she's using opaque paints. I need to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I learned something.
Oh, what'd you learn?
You
Thanks.
start light and go dark,
Well, I thought we
or
were
you start
kinda,
dark and go light.
I thought we kind of already knew that.
Well, we kind of did, but I don't usually use opaque.
Emphasize that.
I
And you don't use opaque paints.
I don't
typically.
use opaque paints, so it was really kind of an eye opener for me.
Well, all right.
Yeah, and I don't have time to listen to all the blah blah blah, so I fast forward through it. But I'll tell you what, she ended up with some pretty good stuff,
She knows what
and
she's
I
doing.
learned some stuff, so that's important. But what I was reminded of when she was doing that was this word palimpsest, and the definition is a manuscript or piece of writing material on which the original writing has been effaced to make room for later writing, but of which traces remain. Something reused or altered, but still bearing visible traces of earlier form. And I think that so much defines, what we do. When we talk about layering, that's what we do.
Thank you, Leah. She says we
So-
both look great and sound great. Carry on.
I have upped my...
She went and got her bourbon, which caused a little to do with her husband because her husband didn't know that she actually ventured to a store and purchased something.
Well, it is kind of a unique experience for me. Okay, so here's a little, and Fran wanted to make, I'm doing this for you. You told me you needed some really deep thoughts to keep you awake because you're already in bed. The ability to produce works with layered complexity, nuances, is only possible if the underlayers are varied with othernesses.
Ooh.
Acute differences that are only illuminated by further applications. Ta-da. I don't know,
You wrote that?
I wrote that.
Better put your name on it.
Oh, I better.
I mean, that's some
I better
that's some
sign
deep
that.
deep stuff that
That's-
somebody might want to share someday.
And I want to make
I'm gonna put it in.
I'm going to date it.
I'm gonna put it in the description of the video afterwards.
Oh, great.
Searchable. I'm sure
Carrie,
somebody's
I'm signing it. I'm
deep
dating
thoughts
it. What is today? March
2nd.
2.
Mm-hmm. It's your birthday month officially.
It is. I need to start birthdaying.
Well, you bought yourself some bourbon.
I did. My golly, that's
Happy birthday,
that's
bourbon.
a good start. All right, I'm handing this over to you.
Hey, Acme. Okay.
Now you have to give it back to me so I can put it in my book.
I will. That was some
And I
good stuff.
really love this little book. There's some other great ones in here, but we're pressed for time today.
Perhaps. I don't
All
know.
right.
I don't know how exciting, whatever this, what's funny? I was asking you if I needed to go topside, and if I would have gone,
put in the technology, Mariah. What does that mean?
because we always talk about the technology.
Oh.
He means put it in the computer.
Hey, they've been working on technology, and it hasn't made them any nicer people. I'm here to tell you. Yes, I'm telling you, I had to get up and take Mucinex the other night. So I just thought, my gosh, I need to hurry up and get to the liquor store.
Okay, you've got to tell me. Now, some of these you put little notes on. We'll start with the ones with notes. And then work our way through. It was just kind of, I think, I don't know. It piled more things on.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know what to do.
And then...
That's the one that we want to do the
heat stuff, too. Okay, well, I don't know if we do that right at this moment. I'm going to keep that together with its little clippy. Put that there.
Well, it's what my neighbor always used to say. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to, knit you a beretta. Thank you, Miriam.
She wants brown and gray.
Yes.
A brown one and a gray one.
Oh, and brown and gray together might be good. I ordered a really cool shirt. I don't know what it actually, you think you're getting one thing. And, I ordered these socks from Mariah and I.
I kind of like the socks. Now, I'll tell you, probably not in the summer. They are not summer socks.
No, they're polyester. Polyester had to die to make those socks. Hold it up to the technology means camera. P-O. What was I supposed to be holding up?
Fran is just telling you what we usually refer to, in the technology. Yes.
Love your bunny. Where's the bunny? Oh, in the background back there. I know. Isn't that nice? See, it's very functional too because
I told you they look at things back there.
Did you see these?
She says, I don't think anybody pays any attention to that. I'm like, oh, I think they do. And I'm the one that really sees the most of it. So, there's your answer.
She's still not happy with it. She's a hard taskmaster.
I am.
It's difficult to get along with these days. I'm hoping that once this website's up, she becomes a little more pleasant.
It's a little stressful. We've been, staying up till...
Yes.
Brad's been staying up way late. I can't do that.
Believe that
way late and be, even remotely nice.
We would all excuse him if he wasn't.
He's pretty good at staying up late and still being nice. Now, he was a little goofy the other day. He's just...
Griffin Sales says baby steps, Mariah. Thumbsy upsies. Great video today. Love the DIY stamps. Oh, Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie did DIY stamps?
He did with some fun foam.
Oh.
I don't think we've ever... Well, you kind of did one in the texture box, I think. She doesn't have that kind of,
Nah.
She has about one in her. And then she's
that's
just bored with that. But we can texture paste. Make impression plates with texture paste.
Yes.
All day long.
Yes, we can. I don't
That's
know
our thing. That's our jam.
It is. Brad needs a raise. He probably does, but I don't know that he's going to get one until we get this all up and going because he hasn't completed his task yet.
Yes. I will say, though, Brad put in a lot of work that we were going to have, we have a team of people.
Yeah.
And Brad took a lot of it on, which is great because that saves us money.
Yeah, no kidding. A lot of money.
So, you said on here that you would like this turquoise. Do you want to fade? Do you want me to just spray it plain.
You know, you can just do whatever you want there, because I'm probably only going to use pieces and parts of that. It's not going to be used as a whole thing and need continuity.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, or, you know, I mean, I can give you kind of options in the one piece. Is what I'm
Well, you know, the one that
offering.
you used the other day to make corrections on the one that, that's a good one.
Okay. I got some of that here. And I think I'm going to mix it because I don't have a whole heck of a lot of it. I'm telling you, I mean, I'm hard on the turquoisey colors.
Fiona just showed up. Anthony's here. Oh, we know about the post office, Cody. I hope you're having to take orders away.
Oh, you want to see? Well, here's the problem, Rhonda. I'm just going to apologize to all y'all. And I know we say this. Now, this is actually Lindy's Flat Fabio sprays. T-Bird Turquoise. Say that 5 times. This is actually what's in the bottle. This is also what is really in the bottle. I love these icing sprays. They are dye sprays. They are very pigmented.
Heavy duty.
Heavy duty. And, like, once you spray in an area, it's kind of hard to get it to, you know, move or lighten up. So one of the things that I do is I spray with my Lindy's first, because it kind of wets down the area, adding a little color, which is always fun. And then
Oh, see, that's really nice.
Spread that out. Okay, well, that's really nice.
So it wets up your paper.
Yeah, and then makes, if you do kind of go, ooh, whoa, that was a lot, because you're going to see here in just a second that it's going to be a lot. Because this stuff just, you know, and you don't have to shake this. This doesn't, like, settle. The Lindy's will, because it comes in a powder and you add the water.
Yeah, and you need to shake it.
But see how, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
But see, now I can move it. If it was just the dry paper, you really wouldn't be able to move it much. And spread it out.
Yeah, I'm already liking that a lot better. I just thought that underneath color was kind of goofy.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
think
here-
it's
oh, here I have-
gorgeous. And Fiona says she loves Lindy's.
Okay. And then I have a Starburst spray. It's kind of similar to the T-Bird Turquoise, but see, this is a shabby turbine teal, but it has, because it's a Starburst, has shiny stuff in it. That never stops me. I am not mad at that. And P doesn't seem to care too much.
Yeah. It's subtle enough that it isn't something that leaps up and
But you see here,
smites you.
look at this. So, over here on the icing sprays, they say turquoise, right? It's funny because in French it's bleu ocean. That was my best blue.
Pigment galore.
But you can see that it's a lot bluer. These have more green in them. You know, so really, now this is turbine teal, and this is T-Bird turquoise. But see, those two are very similar, and they have more yellows in them. To me, that's more, you know, teal.
Yeah, if you just move that over, you can
Yeah.
sop up some back stuff there.
That is true.
And it does come through.
It does.
And that's, you know, one of the...
So remember, this is the freezer paper that's on here. Which is...
So it's going to bead up and
Yeah.
and remain...
But
It's
see
not gonna be
how
as
much more pigmented it is in the areas where I sprayed it with the...
Yeah.
And then how much lighter? Now, the other thing is like if you leave it and let it dry, like on here, it would hold those things. And you can do that with the stencil too.
Oh. With the sprays.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, there you go. I'm just liking it a whole lot more than I did like it. And it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you got the white.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay. So you just keep moving it about the cabin until it has achieved the consistency, keeping in mind that it will dry lighter Well, is that true?
Yeah.
It does for watercolors.
Yeah.
It will dry lighter than what you are seeing here, so.
And see that shimmer on there? That's from the turbine one. But that's going to be our go-to at this point because we're running out of the T-Bird. And this is a little too bluey all on its own. And too dark.
Yes. And I need it well, actually I do have the other colors of blue in there, but not so much. More of the turquoise.
Yeah. Teal. See, to me that's, like, turquoise is that more bluey color.
Star Traveler just popped in. Katrina Crochet World. Hi, Katrina. I do crochet. Probably not like what you do.
Yeah, she's freeform.
I'm a freeformer.
Trying to pick up all this because then otherwise I'm just going to wipe it up with my...
Yeah, no kidding. Good plan. Devin has Lindy's Magical in the powder form.
Yeah, mix it in with water. I think it's basically the same stuff. That has been my understanding.
Heather and her mom said hi.
Hello, hello.
Waste not, want not.
All right.
That's right. It's like a shark attack, murdery ocean.
There was something that happened.
There are some little spots of red in there that just was on the plate, I'm sure.
All right, so we'll bring that back here in just a second because it'll dry pretty quick. I'm just going to put it over the chair.
The fan going. Yeah, there is that big old slash of red going across there. Kind of forgot about that.
Now, are there other things I'm doing turquoise? Because then I won't wipe up so much. It won't matter.
Okay, just I don't know what you got there.
I think that was the only one that you left me with an actual note. The rest of this stuff is you just get to choose. So I'll hold it under the thing and
okay, not that one. That one could use turquoise, I think, because it's already got some on it.
Okay.
And I don't know. I can't remember what's underneath it. Hey y'all, I put down some matte medium today to pull something. We'll see how it goes.
Now here, I kind of have an idea.
Oh.
I've got this Rusty Lantern Lime, which is kind of, here, you'll see.
I like it.
It's limey.
I like it a lot. Mix it with the turquoise.
She knew where I was going.
I like the Tattered Angel sprays too.
And that was a start.
Do we have some of that?
No, well, we have some bottles that were gifted to us from Susan Taylor Brown.
We have bottles that were once upon a time.
So some of our things might have a little mix
of that in it.
Mm-hmm. A little mix.
That looked kind of royal. Yeah.
So you gotta get that stuff moving. Otherwise it's just gonna settle there.
Swipey, swipey.
Mm-hmm. See, that looks very peacocky.
It really, really does.
And then keep in mind my sponge is gonna hold, you know, kind of whatever last remnants of who's it, what's it. I do try to kind of have a sponge basically for
Each
colors.
color?
Yeah. Doesn't always stay that way.
Do you use the matte medium in the tube? U.S. Art Supply. Let me check what I have here. I do, ma'am. U.S. Art Supply. And I don't know. And this is gloss, but you know, it's kind of weird. It's not really like gloss. It's more subtle. Fran says goose turd green.
Yeah. This is
always one of my favorite
Pirate
colors.
and Plunder Gold. I think this is original, but I also think this could be where we use some of the jacquard.
Oh, and put
I
some of that
re-upped
in?
it. Yeah. With some of the sparkle gold. I can't remember. Exactly, because I do have some mixes that I ended up just using the jacquard stuff to fill it back up. In something similar, because I thought, well, you know, why not?
And the thing about these papers is, I don't really know which papers I'm going to use, but they will eventually be used for something. Okay, Devon Rex is Yolande. She's leaving to take her mom to an appointment. Okay. We'll
Bye, Devon.
Talk to you later. Don't forget to watch the reruns. Bye. Drive carefully. Say hi to Mom. Leah says this is gorgeous. I know, Leah. It's just really, this is where Mariah and I are in our partnership. And I think it's one of the things that helps me relax more when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, because I know I can always give it to her and say, you know, could you spray this with some stuff?
I put 20 layers of paint. It didn't get there.
I do have one back here, but the problem is there isn't any white left. Yeah, I'm really loving the colors, yes.
That is something. Now, in order for the sprays to work, you need some access to the paper parts of it. If it's full on paint, most likely not going to have much of an effect. It's just going to beat up on the top. Now, that being said, some paints and some sprays, especially like the stains, it might do a little something.
It might, but it needs to be really light.
Yeah.
Dab, dab, dab.
Dab, dab, dab.
Well, I've been working on my pages by myself because Mariah's been really busy with the website and everything. So I am learning how to use my glue to glue down pages. It isn't as wonderful as if Mariah were doing it, but I am getting better, I will say. And I mean, you know, everything is like practice. And I always just handed that part over and had Mariah do it.
Proud of her.
So, it has a great shimmer in there. Yes, it does. And see, it also had a shimmer before she started, so this is really just layering the shimmer.
That looks so cool. I hope it holds a good amount of this color. I think it will.
Martha said her husband is doing better. He has pneumonia, but at least you know that now.
Okay.
And it's not COVID.
Good deal.
I mean, I know pneumonia's not good, but...
Well, you know what it is, and they've given you medicine, and
yes,
you're treating things. That's always good.
Yes. And also, we'll say that you need the wet strength carnival tissue to do this with.
It works a lot better.
Because all of the dabbing and spreading of the stuff, if you were using regular... Now, you can use regular tissue paper, but you don't want to be working on it a lot. Oh. Yeah, COPD is not a good thing. My mother had that. It was awful.
Alright, see, that one is almost dry. And you can do the, you know, heat gun.
Yeah.
But see, oh, look at how it's kind of beat
it
up.
I see that. Will it stay like that?
Yeah, that's dry.
Oh.
Now, I will say, sometimes, especially like on the paint part,
you can rub.
You can probably, because see a lot of the shinies coming off on me. But if you seal it that way.
So if I would just go over that with a plain matte medium.
Yeah, it'll also kind of, if you do it with a gloss, it'll kind of bump the color up too.
And I kind of want that a little bit, because I do need it to be just a...
You'll amp up both the color and the shimmer, so.
All right.
I call that a win-win.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can really use those red spots in there.
Are we done turquoising? I feel like.
Yeah, and I haven't really.
I got
Turquoise. Yeah, put that
Oh.
down. Mop that stuff up. Absolutely. Katrina says, wow, I love it. Oh, Gayla, looking forward to seeing you both in July.
Aw.
I'm sure good times will be
I
had.
didn't know if we were talking about it or not.
I know, Mariah, I'm already having anxiety attacks about it.
What do I bring? How do I bring it?
Well, I have what I need. I'm just,
I need to get with Patty and talk about, easing your mind on.
I guess, and I told Mariah, I said, I'm just so worried that I won't be able, to be in my good form because I'll have to wear, like, real clothes or something. She says, no, I think that we just set up in the room.
I think you can wear your pajamas if you really want to.
And nobody's going to be judgy about that.
Well, I don't know about that, but you can do it.
Mariah even mentioned that we might have to purchase a new, because, the computer that I'm using right now is like, what, 6 years old?
Yeah.
Because I had it before I came.
Yeah, it's old. I think it's even older than 6 years, but
It might be going on 7. But it's still functional, but it's not going to work for streaming or anything.
no. And I got to figure out that too, as far as like what we're going to do as far as if we stream or how that's all going to work out. Got to talk to Patty. Hey, I'm really digging the mix between
I know.
the Rusty Lantern Lime and Turquoise Eye Zinc dye spray. That's winter,
I love
chicken
that.
dinner.
Goose turd green is my go-to. That
Rusty Lantern Lime. Who knew? That's the new Goose Turd Green.
I'm going to have to come back to my back hurts and I have to finish putting my chicken away.
Okay, get your chicken away.
Oh my goodness, is that like or kind you eat? Wait, what? Tell us
Like,
the
are
secret.
the chickens
What
loose?
is the secret? I don't know what the secret is. Diane is here now. She made it. Better late than never. Absolutely. Spill the beans, P&M. What does that mean?
Oh, she wants to know what we're talking about.
Oh, the
We're going on the retreat with the Patty Tolley and that crew.
Yeah.
We were invited.
the
I'm very excited.
We
We have convinced her that she might like us.
slightly inappropriate crew, which I shall fit right in. I'll bring my bottle of bourbon, make sure I pack that.
Well, I
They
think we
probably
probably
have it
could
there.
pick it up some there, yeah. No need to. I don't,
Lisa Mingus, the gold color is, what is it, Mariah? Something
Yeah.
lime,
So, Rusty Lantern Lime.
rusty lantern lime.
And it's one of the Starburst sprays.
And Debsy wants to know, once those eye zinc sprays are dry, will they reactivate the color when wet?
I'm trying to
I know
remember
some
with
of
those.
them will, and some of them are
Yeah,
terrible.
and what we're mixing here, the Lindy's most likely, yes, will reactivate. The dye sprays tend to, once they are dry, kind of lock into place. I don't think they'll reactivate that much.
She's saying that hesitantly. I am guessing that, my thing about it is I know some of them do, but I don't ever know which ones they are because I wasn't the sprayer.
And we always mix
And I
stuff.
they're all mixed up anyway, so, it's, I know that's not a very scientific,
Or definitive.
definitive answer, and we apologize. Judy P. just bought some Lindy's Magicals and can't wait to play. And Susan,
Love it.
maybe.
So that's the deal. I
don't know what that
think
means.
some of those ones that are too bluey that we have, we need to add some limey. Not straight on yellow, but it's got to be a bit limey.
I
to
agree
it.
with that. And Designs and Do-Overs says Froil uses the eye zinc and it does reactivate at times.
Yeah, it kind of depends on which one. That's true.
Oh,
She does.
She said I could use the bourbon on my plate. Hey, I'm still sniffing my new
Sniffer.
my new 12 by 12 plate. It's just so lovely. And Mariah, you didn't notice this, but I have 2 shelves here for gel plates.
Oh my God! And she'll have to leave those open if she wants to access them.
Well, see, I ran out of room over yonder here, so I had to. Yeah, don't lick the plate. A new kind of alcohol ink. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use something other than this because this is kind of high dollar.
You could use the cheap stuff.
I was a little
You got some of that Everclear.
taken back when I saw the price, but I already knew I liked it, so had to go with it.
Okay. What's...
Okay.
Now, you gave me this one.
Okay. Well, it's still...
For me.
It has little spots in it. And what I thought, if you got some red
Yeah,
put
let's
in
do
there.
that. That'll be fun. I gotta clean this up a bit.
And I mean, they're not like big giant openings, but I think it will be enough. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
This is going to be a background paper for one of the pockets that I'm going to use. Yeah, that price of paint per ounce. That's very true.
Oh, see, look, my stuff is starting to peel. Definitely don't want to get glue on that.
Oh, rum. I'm pretty much bourbon person. I've had bad experiences with rum and tequila, so I kind of avoid those.
2 different times, you know, not at the same time.
I wasn't. Yeah. Oh, Fran says, I must have that rusty lantern lime somewhere. It comes in the industrial
Yes.
chic set.
Yes, because it came with, like, I think the steampunk sepia. And, yeah. Okay. I think that's probably good enough. But now I'm blue.
Oh, no. Is that going to be a factor?
Eh.
Don't get that blue on my...
Well, this is my paper. You gave it to me.
That paper right there is for me.
I thought you gave it to me.
No, I gave it to you to spray.
Well, that's
None
rude.
of it is for... I'm white.
Mm.
Yeah, we use the cheap stuff for baking, too. My daughter is a pastry chef. She will yell at you for not using the good stuff when you bake. I know. The chefy people do, but we still... Yeah, we use good old, you know, Captain, whatever his name is here. That's what I soak my raisins in before I put them in my cookies.
Okay, so this one was pretty good the other day. This is the Poinsettia Red Gold. This is the one that
Oh, yes, I love that one. I love that one.
Marcia sent.
And Eddie says, when I lived in New York, I drank too much tequila one night and ended up in Harlem. I live in Queens. Not close. Things like that happens when you're lucky you could walk. It paralyzes me. I just kind of go into a...
I'm coming in from the back.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of paint. You can even see that from the back side. That you're not seeing a lot of...
Openings.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's pretty strong, but... You know, if it's... Okay, well, we shall see, y'all. Now, this is on the back side, which is another way that you can approach this. And, you know, sometimes I actually, on the tissue paper, I will print from the back. If you use a strong contrasting color, you can see.
I'm also going to use a little bit of the pomegranate.
Yeah, that's more pinky.
A little bit more, because like this came in the set that had like flamingo.
Mm-hmm. I like flamingo
Yeah,
too.
I loved flamingo. And then what was the other one? Wild rose.
Yeah. I like all of those. I like all of the reds. And I like that you have a wide selection. I mean, whoever did the marketing for this knew what they were doing. Because it really does. I mean, you've got it all covered. You've got your warm reds, your cool reds.
Yeah.
You know, your pink reds, your orange reds. Ooh, I love it. And see, more of it's showing up than you would think. And I just kind of imagined that because it was a pull-off where there were lots of open places there that didn't get paint on them. Oh yeah, I think it's wonderful. And I want you to imagine that, and I don't know if I can access it quickly. You know, one of my
Oh, goodness.
one of these. Now see, put this on top of that and see what it looks like. And it's alright if you get a little on it, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I need to cut you a new one.
Look how beautiful that is.
Okay. Is this as entertaining as you guys wanted it to be?
This is going to be the back. That, what she put on top there is going to become a pocket in the tag book. And there's nothing to be said that I can't use, you know, the wrong side.
Oh. Well, that you don't want to use. I mean, it's still shimmery, but this is beautiful. This has more interest.
Oh, it doesn't go back up. I know there's something that I did to Q shots. I had something my.
It does go back up, but you.
I read that you. My dad used to drink wild turkey. I don't think it's such a wonderful sipping. I think it's kind of harsh.
You know, I could try to do red and
Can you try for something that's kind of purple?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the red down there because I don't think that's
I don't think it's going to affect it a whole lot. Now you have a lot of white there. Maya says, "What did I miss?" Well, a whole bunch. You'll have to go watch it. I don't know which side I like better. I know. I see. I'll have to decide that, but it doesn't really matter because I've got the choice of doing either side.
Okay, so this, I guarantee you, is not its original. I really loved the Pop Rock Purple. Some other things have been mixed in. Because, see, this is not normal
yeah,
for
it's
the...
kind of... I like it, though.
I do like it, but just warning, this one is not...
It's not true.
Its original intended color form. A little bit of it was in there, but... And again, this... Not the same stuff, but look at that. These obviously were mixed in sort of the same batch.
Oh, yeah.
I think this has more shimmery stuff in it.
Oh. I don't know. I do. I like that. I like the subtlety of it.
Now, do you want to go plummy or more?
I think the blue violet rather than the red violet.
All right. So see what P was talking about earlier with like, because they'll come in threes, but so like the lavender, the cassis, and I think the black, the licorice came with this one. I think
licorice is a cool thing.
Or did it come with the browns? And those got all used up by you.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I don't know that I have them. I might have some of them left, but not a lot. I got the licorice, though. Licorice
No, we're not drinking. We're just sipping because my throat is really... I'm having issues with the drainage again. And I start sounding kind of croaky.
Croaky.
Oh, my goodness. Whoa!
Yeah, that stuff has some punch.
That really amped it up.
But see kind of what I'm talking about, especially when it's paper. So that's going to be kind of hard to get it to...
Oh, where it's just, yeah.
Really concentrated.
Because that's why you wet it first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could even use water.
Yeah, if you wanted. I just like to have somewhat of a base.
Well, that's right on the edge, so it's not going to be a big deal anyway.
Yeah, if you want those speckledy things, that's, you know, cool too.
I love post-nasal drip. Isn't it the truth? And it's just... And as much rain as we would have, we've had here, you wouldn't think that we would be
But the
having
wind has been blowing like crazy.
And it's looking very regal.
It is. I really kind of want to bring in a different something or other down here.
I'm really enjoying this stencil a lot. I guess y'all can kind of get that. On Sunday, I'm going to talk about more about the layering, things that I learned from
Elizabeth.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I don't know why I can remember
Talk
the same
about her like
layer
we
part.
don't. Okay, here's an
All right, now what's that one?
Frenchie's pink poof, and it's more purpley, but it has that. It's a little mulberry-ish.
Oh,
But see, I don't want to go crazy like with the
I'm really a little anxious about that. I'm afraid it's going to be too ready. But maybe
if I can
not.
get it to. Got a bum sprayer. There we go. Maybe. Come on. You can,
Its pumper is losing
its pumper is cloggy.
It's the springs. The spring is not. That spring is sprung. Well, just whip some out and
Yeah, no, I'm going to.
put it on your little.
See,
sponge.
it's not too ready. I don't think it's.
No, it's not. I just saw that one little drop go out there, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work.
And I'm picking up some red down here from what was underneath.
Oh, that's okay. That was a good red. There's good reds and not so good reds.
So if your pumper's not working, just use your sponge.
Yeah, really. I think it's faster anyway.
I mean, yes, no, maybe, sort of. I like that blend.
But see, that's gonna give me a choice there because I do have those
The reds.
plummy reds in my doors. Michelle showed up.
Hello,
Evie
Michelle.
says, I love that stencil. I do too, Evie. I really like it a lot. And I think the thing that I'm really enjoying about it, and
Evie. She's Evelyn.
Is the difference in the widths of the swirls. You have your really, really open one, and then you have your one where you've got more coverage, more matte mask. And that makes for very interesting prints, and I will show you one on Sunday that I was working on.
Well, we could switch the camera over to you if you wanted to. I mean, because I don't know how much more spraying we have to do, or that you guys are interested in seeing.
Well, I think it's beautiful. Golden red are my favorites. Gina Badeau.
And see, my sponge created that little speckledy business there. I'm not totally happy with that, but
I don't mind it at all. It looks kind of shadowy.
Shadowy? I'll just blend it out a little bit. See how I did that? You gotta watch out too, like where you grab it from the edges. Your fingerprints will show up. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but
I think it's a good one.
okay, she wants me to stop futzing with it.
I want you to stop futzing with it because you're gonna muss it up. That's striking. It'll be awesome for collage. Yes. If you spray alcohol over this, will it separate? Curious. I don't know
Spray alcohol over it, like just regular alcohol, perhaps.
And Eddie says this is very relaxing to watch.
Okay. Here's a dry one. It held this color pretty darn good. I'm telling you, that's that eye zinc stuff. Back side of that even looks really cool.
It does. It looks really good. Did I give you that?
See, and the red one's almost dry too. Look.
I know. I do have this
Well, what do you want to do with that one?
one. Pardon me. I'll tell you what.
I got sprays everywhere.
Well, I know, but this is a good time to be doing that. I'm thinking maybe just keep going with the reds on this.
Okay.
So that we have really a low contrast background.
Kind of mucking it up with the purple.
I don't know that I wanted that.
Well, that's what you got. Reds?
I think reds. I don't know yet, but you know.
Alright, here, what about, here, we'll start off with, do something a little different. I got sprays on the move here.
Flamingo. If you put paper on a plastic sheet before you spray, you can move it after without leaving fingerprints.
Yes. We have those little boards we used to do that stuff with. That was a good call.
I just think there's something wrong about eating peacocks. But I know that the peahens,
Okay,
that's
so
probably a lot better than the peacock.
Steampunk Sepia. It's part of that, like it came with the turbine and all that. And then Marcia sent me one. So I'm very excited about that. Because this is a good one.
Well, I'm certainly going to dull that red back. Gina says, I'm going to watch on TV. Have a blessed day, everyone. You too, Gina. Relax on your sofa.
Woo! Probably more than enough.
Okay. My Stop and Shop doesn't have any peacock meat. Imagine that, Eddie. I don't know. We have this thing called Wild Fork. I don't know if they have peacock, but they have a lot of other exotic wild.
I don't think it was nothing terribly exotic.
No, I mean not. You know, they don't have armadillo or anything. They have like venison and I don't know what else.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
They also have really fantastic desserts.
Oh yeah, their key lime pie is absolutely
Quite
fantastic. Good. They're real proud of it, but it is really good. Yeah, I like that ombre effect. Don't get rid of that brown stuff on the end. I like it.
Okay.
I don't know. You might have to just leave that on there and let it dry like that. Will those little?
Yeah, the bubble. It'll leave like little rings.
Yeah, I like that. Can you wrinkle it up good?
Well, can you grab me one of your boards and I'll do that for you?
That could be really dangerous because I don't know what is on these boards.
Yeah, it'll reactivate that stuff and then it comes up in like a chunk.
This looks like this is all. Oh. I don't know that I have any that are not mucked up. That's something. And this certainly, I'm sure that stuff will come through this, but here, this side might. But this isn't slick paper. It's absorbent.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be helpful.
Well, here, how about this?
That'll work.
Yeah, you can bubble it up.
Yeah, that's probably really good because all the little bubbly places, it'll gather. I'll put another little spray of. Gotta watch out for that.
Yes, the underneath on where you're placing it. Oh, caribou over alderwood is really good. That sounds fabulous. Don't all Texans eat armadillo? I've never eaten armadillo.
Never.
They're too darn cute.
Okay.
What kind of paper did you say you used? This is
Wet strength.
Wet Strength Carnival. And it is really... And Diane says, let it dry on the bubble wrap would be cool. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's gonna... It would have been nice if I would have had, you know, if the bubble wrap was covered in this. But, you know.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do? Flop some things down there. Let me see if I've got anything else over here.
Yeah, she may not. She's all cleaned up.
Who?
You.
Oh, me. Yeah, and I don't ever wear my pink when I'm working.
Yeah, I have some stamped things around, ready.
Well,
Because look at that. That looks cool.
Let's put some, do this. Ooh, it does. This is the crackle tissue that I used.
You want me to do it in front or the back?
Oh,
Probably.
it doesn't matter. Because I think it's going to saturate through it, right?
Mm-hmm. Get my handprints in there. It looks kind of murdery.
Wipe it all up. There you go. Always save those pieces. Now if you just sprayed it with some clear water, would it?
Now we're back to, you know.
Yeah, making the thing all
sloppy.
Yeah.
Where's my brown one?
I think there's plain water on the turntable. But this, the thing that Mariah put down a while ago, the stencil, remember she took it in and put it in the basin. And when I went in there, the ends were sticking out like this. So they didn't, like, they kind of dried up, but that's what made it look really cool.
Drop the sponges.
So that's what I did when I decided that this was, oh, I really am liking this a lot. Fran, you still with us? I have eaten frogs. Yes. I like frogs. I like snails also.
Why don't we put some the lantern limey green stuff with it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the color challenge. Would this work? Would this meet the requirements of the? It's not
Red
like
and
green,
I use red
but
and green all the time.
mm-hmm.
I told, you know, on Carrie's, I thought his was very fresh and nice. You have to be very careful when you're using complementary colors because they're going to neutralize.
Yep.
Which I don't mind, but you know, some people don't. They think that brown is mud. I can deal with the ocean taste more than the muddy water.
Yeah.
I absolutely.
Except for
agree.
crawfish. I love crawfish. Love them.
And wild salmon tastes like the ocean. Mm. I'll tell you, some of the best trout that I've ever had was caught ice fishing in Colorado. And it was, well, of course, it was winter ice fishing. And it absolutely had the most fresh, wonderful taste. But I'm sure it's because of the cold water.
Mm.
Oh, moose. I've eaten a lot of moose. You can sign up for retrieval of, you know, roadkill moose in Alaska. It's just something that's, but you have to be willing to go at any time they call you because they like to get them off the road. A moose is a bit like hitting a Volkswagen with legs. Their bones are dense and they can do some serious damage. But we lived across the sort of parking lot. It was also like our commons area at our townhouse, and they would always give us moose. And it is quite nice. Now, moose liver, you need to cook that in a special way because it's very strong. I mean, I have no idea what those boogers eat, but yeah. Ooh.
Okay, what do we think?
I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think you should leave it. I don't know if I have another.
All right.
All right, this one.
We've been doing this for, about an hour.
Okay.
Do you want to jump print some stuff?
Well, I guess I could put on my apron, but if I put on my apron, I'm going to have to turn the air conditioning back on. Because that's another layer.
That's another layer. And you've been drinking.
And I've been drinking. I ate bear sausage one at a party. I love sausage. Just not from Yogi. Yeah, bear meat is really, I wasn't a big fan. I thought it tasted very, like it was old or something. Not right.
Not right.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. That's cool looking.
That's very cool looking. All right, am I shutting down here?
Yes. You should shut that down.
I'm shutting down. I'm closing it out. It's nice talking to you all.
She'll still be talking to y'all.
I'll still be talking to you. Just not on that.
Right, we did some good papers there, I think.
Pardon?
I think. Some cool papers.
I have to take my shirt off. One of the new shirts kind of grody, but nobody really cares.
Y'all care about that? So that's the sprays.
I'll put my apron on over it.
Okay.
So that's what I do sometimes when my shirt looks crummy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the commands are actually, if you want to know certain information, then you can hit those certain commands and the information will come up and Nightbot will post it automatically. Because we have some kind of, standard questions that come up. I'm going to let P get more set up over there and then I'll move the camera and hope that I move it nicely and don't make y'all sick. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go side by side.
Okay, well, I've got some things to pull. Because remember...
You are... Okay, hold on, lady. I still have to move the camera.
Oh.
I was just waiting for you to get all set up there. I'm going to go side by side so that way you guys don't get, motion sickness from the camera moving about. Actually, I'm just going to go to PCam. So that way you don't see. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's do this right. Let's turn that one off.
Oh, yeah, you got to swing it around.
I do. And I've got a situation.
One reason the mic was moved was because it was interfering with the PCam. Yeah, that might be best.
Hopefully that doesn't freak anything out too much. There we go. I think we should be fine. Okay.
Right?
Ish. Yeah, move it up about that. And does not look straight. You gotta,
I don't know. I
There you
got a
go.
wonky eye.
Sometimes I think that you just use that as sort of an
No, I
excuse
don't. I
thing.
have that bubble down, and it's hard for me to tell.
Hold on.
Just you shouldn't make fun of handicapped
I
people.
am so
It's
not.
really rude.
I am so not making. Hold on, I need to flip it because it did turn around on us there. it ain't pretty as far as position, but
Well, what do you want me to do?
you're kind of in the area
Pull it towards me?
a little bit, and then even yourself out ever so slightly. you know, square yourself up with the table. Everything's square, so when you square things up, it's, you know.
There.
That's better. We're going to go with that.
Are we going to go with that? Okay. Good deal. Okay, well, this is one of the ones that I did the crackle thing on. Remember, I used Sharon's paper that was extra stiff, and then I did a partial pull off with the smaller, the one that Mariah used to.
How big is this room? It's really not that big.
What?
Our room here is. It used to be a big room. I'll tell you that. It was bigger.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if Eddie's still there, but I use this side of the brayer, and so I'm so happy that this is smooth, because I use that. Anthony. Anthony. He was with us earlier, but I don't know if he's still there.
Anthony's still there. Boy, oh boy, that's a build up.
Yeah. And this is what happens when you use the, damn it.
Sugar biscuits.
See that? I didn't crack it enough and it tore the paper. Living dangerously here, folks. That's why it's best just to watch one side unless you're have really, you know,
Susan.
owl eyes and you can look it all over. This obviously over here did not get stuck down. What?
Anne says, darn it is a new art tool, but she used the other.
Okay, well, there we go.
Want me to spray that?
I see, yeah. I really do, because I think it's a jolly good print, except for that schmuckety schmuck.
Here, give me that.
She's in the process of doing that. Now this is really lovely stuff here on the edge. So then this is my only 9x12. But let's just leave that for a moment. I don't know that we'll need it. Let's pull some more and check it out. Okay. Now, remember I told you I was going to ombre this? Well, I started out ombreing. I had my anthraquinone and indanthrine blue, and I used some of the iridescent fine bronze. I had that on this end, but I couldn't. It was setting up on me, and I knew it was going to turn into dry paint, and so I just frantically just went everywhere. But I think it's okay.
Frantically.
I did not get it to ombre, you know, the way it should ombre, but anywho, we'll see what it looks like in the real deal here. Okay, let's bust up those corners. Edges, I should say, not just the corners. Edges as well. And I went with this because I needed darker values. I've got a lot of light papers with the stars on them, but I didn't have anything that was dark. And I kind of needed that, but look at this. Can you see? Isn't that just wonderful? Okay, now look at that, baby.
You gotta hold it down a little bit, because normally I do have that up a little higher, because especially when you're using your bigger plates, but you're good.
Is that good? Look at how nice those are together. Okay, I'll flip that over there.
Bye, Fiona.
There.
Oh.
What?
Well, Michelle She's cracking me up.
Okay, here is another one. I tried doing bronze and the indanthrene, and then I shot a little bit of this, oh no, that wasn't it, this silver here.
Wait, will you square that up a little bit more with you? There you go. You move it more, like, with you. There you go.
Okay.
You're doing good.
You want me to move this thing
Nope,
up?
you are perfect.
Okay. So I put a little of this stuff in here, and it was just too weak. So then I'm in panic mode. So I just grabbed and shot stuff out there. What? What?
Diane says, swearing is my go-to motivational tool too, Susan. Susan says, it's like parallel parking. The more I swear, the better I park. I found it also works for pulling a print from a gel pen.
There
we go. I love it.
Heard it here. I do try to use my vocabulary you know, I have an English degree, so I should be using, you know, words. But like Darcy said, sometimes words are hard.
Oh, God. And I even noticed Carrie said that words are hard in his thing, and I was like, oh, that's wonderful. We're all just, you know, words are hard.
It cracks me up every time I think about it and say it.
Uh-huh.
Because it's just like, oh, wow, did you see those little star things kind of... Some of them are not glued down completely.
Oh, they're lifty.
They're lifting. Look at them. Lifting legs of the stars.
But once you
Okay,
collage
well,
that down,
so anyway, my ombre experiment was less than stellar. I promise to do better in the future. But I do think that these are going to work quite nicely for what I want them to work for.
Oh, yes, we talk about that too, Melissa. P is a genius.
What?
Studies have shown that those that swear have a higher intelligence level. P
Yes.
is a genius, yes. Uh-huh.
I read that also.
She's a saucy sailor.
Yeah. I read it, so it must be true.
Mm-hmm. On the internet,
Yeah.
nonetheless.
All right, now this is really red. And the reason it's really red is because it's a pickup print for something that I was trying to get to happen, and I'll show you the other one and you'll understand more why. I mean, I rarely just, but it has some nice little, you know, swirly, swoop-de-doo things going on there. I'll bring the book in and catch you up on. Dang it, stuff's falling down.
There's always one exception to the rule, Eddie.
What?
He says my bro swears way more than he does, and he ain't too bright.
Yes. Oh, I have to put my necklaces on the outside so y'all can.
Yes. Ooh, and
Okay. Now I pulled this print, and have I talked about it?
No.
Well, remember this is the one that I very assiduously.
Oh my God, that was like 4 or 5 streams
Yes.
ago.
I mean, it got stuck. It got jammed to the back of the pile over there, and I just discovered it.
I found it over here.
Yeah, I did.
Way back there.
I mean, I think it's pretty wonderful. But look how good it looks with this. Okay, well,
It
I'll
does.
tell you what. Every time I turn around, I do something, and it's the wrong thing to do. So this is the print I started on with the Elizabeth St. Hilaire
Yes.
layering in mind. Okay. So there's about 14 layers here.
It looks like it.
And what she does is she uses 2 different stencils, and I thought it was interesting when somebody asked in the comments. I tried to get that stencil. She said, well, that one's discontinued, but there's another one that's very similar. And I thought, well, that's kind of a...
Bait and switch.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, geez, it's not anything like, you know, somebody showing something that isn't available. Can't imagine that.
Huh. But anyway... So she's using 2 different stencils, and that's why I love these things, because if you really employ all of them,
Employ them,
and keep, you know, doing that thing that she did, you get
this
some
was the
really...
thing that I believe Diane Bell. Yes, Diane, is she here?
Yes, she was earlier.
Well, our quilt maker lady.
Yeah.
And she was talking about this video.
Well, and maybe that's what stuck in my brain. And then when I was looking, because I was trying to find
It
something.
takes her a while to get somewhere. Sometimes. But when she gets there, she's in.
Okay, that isn't the one I wanted.
I'm hoping, that doesn't go with your book. I mean, I love it. It's beautiful. But it doesn't really go with the book.
Well, you just don't know that yet.
True that.
You just hold your horses there, Missy.
Okay.
I'm going to open it up.
Do they do the work for minimum wage? Yes.
Who?
The stencils. Employ them. You've employed them. Are they getting treated equally and fairly?
No, they are not. But now here's the one. Here's the one I was you can see the layers on this one. So she used what did she use?
She
started off with pink.
A peacocky stencil too. Was she using her peacocky one? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, I thought about this one, and I thought, well, I can do that.
I was pumped
and
with Darcy.
switching and turning them. Okay, well, we've always done the switch and turn, but here
a flip and a flop and a switch and a turn.
I have discovered it's a lot easier to glue down your pages if you don't have your weaving to deal with.
Weave last.
Weave last.
She was just so darn excited about that weaving.
But I was so excited about it, and I wanted you to see it. And also, it was important, but I could have just had the colors out here. Because if you look at this, Isn't that absolutely wonderful?
I was about to say, did you glue that upside down, dear Lord?
No, I didn't. I just have it upside down. Okay. I don't have to decide yet. But this is going to go on this side. So, you will partially see this.
Yeah, I love that.
Partially see this when it is employed or deployed. But now here's the one I was working on. And I like it with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I like this a lot. But the last layer I put on this
it'd be cool as if I flicked.
Was purple.
Or if I could flick some watercolor in the turquoisey on that. That'd look mighty fine. Mighty fine.
Mighty fine? Well, it does have a bit of...
No, but on your layered one.
Oh, on this one.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea. I'm going to try one more thing before I let you do that. Okay. Simply because that watercolor stuff has a tendency to come off on the plate.
Hi, Rennie.
Y'all remember that?
Y'all remember that?
It pops off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is totally out of the color range.
Hey, Jamie.
But the thing about it is this color was used in this. You can tell, right? See it right there? That's it. So I'm thinking I can take this through successive layers.
Do it. Get them successive layers. And who knows, we might end up with some success.
I do like this one also. But I'm not sure that it's quite there yet.
All right. You got 40 minutes to do it.
I've got 40 minutes. All right. So what I'm thinking, I really like the crackly business on this. I think it absolutely made the print. What about doing that with this?
No, the pages, well, okay. The binding. Gayla, were you here when we did the binding part?
She may not have been.
Those little strips.
See, it's right here.
Well, and you can check better if you lift up the paper there, because you can actually see what an empty. Yeah, see, nothing's been glued down on that side. So we glued those and then put the prints on top of that.
And then you can see how many there's.
Yeah.
Wove the sorry thing through the hoopty-doos.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened. I'll have to start making a list of things I need to bring with me on our
You should. I love it. Make lists.
Mariah, listen to this. Mariah makes lists, and she puts down things that she's already done and checks them off.
We've talked about this. There are others. There's others that do it too. We've already talked about this. We got new people though. Hey, new people. Welcome. I'm a list maker. I put things that I have already completed on the list because it counts. It makes me feel like I have already achieved things, and it will make you feel that good too.
I just think
if you like this and agree with it.
Lame. Well, I'm not a list maker. And it's just partially, when I first married Mariah's father.
He made the list, but they were terrible lists.
He would leave me a list of things I needed to do during the day. Well, you know how long that lasted. Yeah.
He wrote terrible lists anyway. Half the time couldn't read it.
You could never read them. And they didn't make sense if you could read them. It was like you were, I don't know, it's a foreign language. Foreign language.
Yeah, okay. The last 2 streams, I think, Gayla, we really focused in on P's book.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and use these, even though it has mucky muck on the edge, and I'm not going to take it off because I think it's absolutely wonderful. I would spend time doing that, but I have to use my 9x12. Do I? Or can I use my... Oh, I can use the big one, and it's got some really good mucky muck on it, too. But what I love about these bigger plates is that I can get rid of the white.
Yes. People
see the white stuff, because that is really kind of a bummer sometimes. Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it don't matter.
Sometimes it don't matter. Okay, so we're going to crinkle.
Thank you, Jamie.
We're going to crinkle. Let's use this stuff because it covers more.
This is the deli paper.
Yeah. It works mighty fine.
Or do you want the harder stuff? I got another sheet of it back here. I got a whole stack of it.
I've got some back here that I still have. I could use for the first layer.
Because I think that worked out really nicely.
I just think it did too. I'm really glad I didn't do something to it.
Well, and you can speed through, Gayla.
And look, and see, this is the paper.
Hi, Andalia.
And I don't know what it's called. It's got some tears in it.
Oh, remember, this is...
what is it called?
And I think this was... She got it on Amazon. But it's like it's drawing paper.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of drawing you're supposed to do in that slick stuff, but maybe markers. I don't know.
Maybe. It would be really nice for markers, perhaps.
Perhaps. Okay, we're going to use some burnt umber. We're going to use some turquoise.
Now, last time you went with the heavier paint, right?
Oh, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, Mariah.
I try to be helpful.
Yes. That was a helpful comment. Because you've got a little downtime here, and the whole thing is we should actually be using open.
Yes.
So that we've got lots of opportunities to get lots of different things going on here.
Look at this.
Well, the whole thing is I've got those same colors in.
I got the label and everything. Multi-purpose coated drawing paper. Here, let me... I'll give you here that little sticker. Don't get it stuck to anything. I'll put it back on here so we can answer this question again in the future.
Yeah, multi-purpose coated drawing paper. I don't.
We weren't too crazy about it for like pulling prints.
No, it did not. It wasn't well, and it's not made for that. Right. I mean, it's drawing paper. Duh. Okay, we're going to use some transparent red iron oxide. We need to talk about this. Okay, we've got red here. We want the red to go more into the burgundies and dull it out just a little bit. But what a really what?
Diane says my husband is a list maker. She likes to add random stuff to his list, like kiss your wife, dust the fridge, sing "I'm a woman" loudly on the veranda. Sometimes he just doesn't fulfill his lists.
There you go. They're always those.
Quitter. He's a quitter.
He's a quitter.
I was wondering what the qui was.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to this Liquitex soft body acrylic in Danthrine blue. I love this combination.
Yes, this is what you did to make that very dark, lovely brown.
Yes, that doesn't look like,
everybody else's
small.
brown.
And is that a bubble?
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah, it is a bubble.
Is it? Oh, it was a bubble.
It has a little gas. We all know about
It
that.
It ate that Chinese food.
Damn dog. She sleeps with me.
She's been that.
And she has been.
Yeah, the new food has got her all.
All right, now we are going to vigorously, violently mix these. And you want to do so here in this little...
Sharon, how's the studio going?
Okay, this is a little bit green.
Yeah,
so what I'm going to do very quickly here, and you know, I'm just grabbing some quinacridone crimson.
This also counts as our color challenge.
That might be, now it's probably going to be red. No, well.
We can be known as the...
Black.
She's made
kind of rainbowy.
A very beautiful rainbow black.
Hey, it's a good crinkle color.
It'll crinkle like nobody's business. We'll call it the iridescent tar crinkle.
And she said, and the Hilaire woman said, you need to make sure that you get the underneath, because sometimes you're just seeing what's on top. And then when you pull it, you're going, holy crap, where did that come from? Yeah, well, she didn't say that, but she's a lot nicer.
I wonder if that Hilaire woman would show up to our stream ever. Just be like, I'm here. Address me appropriately, woman.
She is way nicer than I am.
Yeah.
Okay, where's our paper? Get our paper down here and get some lifting.
So this is really the best crinkle paper ever.
You just pat it, you know, kind of like the baby.
Pat the baby.
Pat the baby. You're not bitch slapping it or anything. You're just patting it. Don't get heavy-handed on it, because if you get heavy-handed on it, you are going to ruin it.
We are an adult channel. I just hope that, you know, we can still stay monetized.
There we go. Look at that. Just gently. You just want to kiss it. Kiss it. Not kick it. And whoa.
That does look beautiful.
Get this bugger down there. And hopefully we're going to get...
Oh, Eddie, you should be here sometime.
A print. Yeah, now you can work out all of your frustrations with this. You can just pound the crap out of it, and that's just to mainly get the stuff off the edge, so I don't muck up my brayer.
And would like to know, P, did you learn that technique in undergrad or graduate degree?
Which one is that? The kiss it softly?
I don't know. There were a lot of things happening.
Yeah. Okay, now we can really do some heavy duty pushing. Okay, let's see what we got.
Oh, Diane, you just go ahead. You do it. You have my permission.
Look.
You can be a little more naughty in the chat. I think that's okay.
All right. I think we still have a little heavy-duty red, but look what we're getting there. We're getting there with the color that I want. That burgundy, that dark, nice color. And look what loveliness we have here. Holy moly. Cacciatore. Okay. Whoa. Now what? Oh, this is lusciousness. Look at that.
Oh, yes. Hey, Linda.
I mean, that color does not come in a tube, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. It kind of, you know what it looks like? It looks a little bit like the micaceous. But it would be very difficult to get it to roll out like that.
You know, I've never used that. That makes me think. I've never used the micaceous as a under layer.
Like a first crackle?
First crackle.
Maybe you should get crackle-lacking on that.
I should get crackle-lacking on that. That sounds like a winner.
I'll tell you what, we always give a good crackle stream.
Good crackle stream. Let's find something else to put this off onto, because it's absolutely stunningly beautiful.
If anything we're ever known for, it should be, you know, the shadow technique and some crackle.
All right, well, we've got this one. And, you know, this is not a terrible print. But it's really kind of lacking something for my color range in my
I know, Susan, I tried to get her
book.
to get frames from there.
What?
Susan Fernandez, she's getting her glasses from the Pair Eyewear. The ones that change the
Yeah.
She was worried because she has a wonky ear and she's got a wonky, you know.
I have to go in. Of course, you can go into any place and they will do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they're always very happy about doing it.
Yeah, if you haven't purchased your glasses from them.
They will do it. I'm going back because these are still touching my cheek and getting gooed up. And this will be my second round. And if they think I'm giving up, they're wrong.
It's just down the road.
Okay.
It's convenient.
Now, what do we want? Excuse me. Pull this way. This is our next question to ask. And see, you can kind of do this. Okay.
Well, I'd say some matte medium, but because it looks beautiful like that.
It does look beautiful, doesn't it?
It could be your first one that you do.
Well, that red one that was matte medium.
Oh, you're doing it sneaky, are you?
No, I didn't. I announced it.
She announced it.
I announced it. Said I used it.
Well, this would be the first time you ever did it on camera.
Alrighty then, let's do it.
Fantastic.
U.S. Art Supply Acrylic Medium Gloss Gel. Mix with acrylics paint to add gloss. They don't say you can use it on the plate, but we're going to. It works just fine. My whole problem with it is you don't know if you've got it.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to see the coverage.
It's hard to see if you have brayered it out so that it's equally distributed across the plate.
You know what'd be cool is if they came up with a paint that's kind of like that spackle that's pink, and then it dries, white.
Yeah, or like that Ooh-hoo glue that's purple.
Ooh-hoo glue? Yeah.
Ooh-hoo. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I have the
Izzy used to have some. She was always very concerned.
Stay purple.
Okay. Look at that. Nary a wrinkle.
Well, it's because you got paint.
This is true.
Yeah.
You did have to say that. I wanted everybody to be
Oh,
really
no,
impressed
she's a master.
I'm a master. Paper flopper on with no wrinkles. You can see what this was originally. It was a door.
Yeah, I was like...
I gave up on the door some time ago.
She shut that door.
I shut that door. It's closed. Never to be opened again.
Except for from the backside.
Okay, well,
you're going to have to leave that.
I think that this is going to be one of those that must render.
You knew that.
Oh, I knew that.
I wasn't just going to
pull
pull
up. I was
up.
just going to try to... Oh, here, look. It looks like it's slightly moldy. Fran, did you see this?
She's not... Yeah, she's here. She had another
in bed.
Yeah, she had another coughing fit. She's awake again.
Oh,
if you've got that crud, I'm so sorry.
You need to get some bourbon. It really does help. And you can put all of that lemon and other stuff in it, but it's just not necessary. I think that this is going to be absolutely stunning and probably going to be the star of the show.
Perhaps.
Okay, so what else do I
Oh, that would be
have
awesome, wouldn't it? Acme.
back here? Okay. I want to put stars on this one. I don't have a star stencil anymore.
Can you use the
It's
backside?
really sad.
Can you use the backside of your star stencil? And actually, do you have like an 8x10 one? Like, do you have to fill it?
Well, I'd like to. Hey, well, let's go to Plan B. Let's just keep using our what's this thing called again?
Peacock swirls.
Peacock swirl. Let's swirl us some peacocks.
She's
here.
in love with it, Darcy. She keeps telling me to. She's like, I just love it. I just can't stop using this.
I used it for all of the ones that I did the little things for. And all right, so now let's talk about this. Let's do some serious talking here.
It's a little chit chat.
Little chit chat, because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, now you look at this one, right? Your emphasis is on the lines. You look at this one, and where's your emphasis?
This is Birdie Whirls.
Yes.
Peacock swirls and Birdie Whirls.
And I was
I'll
just
put a
watching Elizabeth St. Hilaire put that down, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that with peacock swirls.
And birdie whirls.
I didn't know what it was called, but I knew it was what I wanted
It's
to
what
use.
you needed. I didn't know its name, but I knew it's what I needed.
I didn't know. Okay.
She's like, I just work here. I don't have to know things. That's Mariah's job.
That's right. I'm kind of like the figurehead of
Yeah.
you know, after all, I do have the designation of queen.
Yes.
So I don't have to be like totally functional. I just have to show up and flit about and socialize and
Give
you know,
ideas.
give ideas and
Then
move
we
along.
shoot down.
And I'm gone. I don't have to remember anything. I have people for that. Yeah.
If you're coming in, it really isn't quite like that. But, you know.
All right, now, where was I going with this? Okay, got to think about what color. We want to do a reddish color, but we want it to be transparent. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We are going to add some more of that glossy stuff.
Fantastic.
We're going to gloss a lot today.
We've been kind of busy. Diane said, if you only knew some people that have who make stencils.
I know. And I saw somebody did such cute things with the dudes. I have yet to receive any dudes. I only have the girls. I don't have the guys. And I have big girls, and I requested smaller girls. That hasn't happened either.
Yeah, FYI, because I think that, oh, and Devin's not here. I can't remember. Anyway, if you see small dudes, they're no longer available. We could not get them to cut consistently. So, really, you can only get medium and large.
That's probably enough paint to do 3 or 4.
I was going to say, that was a...
It's going to be fine because I'm using a stencil. Mariah.
You need more paint when you're using a stencil.
That's right. Because you have to remember it's got to go down in the cracks. Now, we are going to mix this with the palette knife because remember, you will get holes in your hoop-de-doo if you leave that clear medium on there. It will, you know, you must mix it with the paint. And I might be pulling off some of this, but that's all right because I can still use it.
Yeah.
I want to sheer. Oh, and I think that's going to be absolutely
Kind of pinky.
It is, but I think once I put it over the top of that gold,
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think that's
Maybe.
that's enough. Well, I'll put this over here, and if I need some more, I can flop it on there.
And Susan says if you add glaze, it will turn the paint color more transparent. Yes.
Yes, this is the same thing as the clear gloss works the same way as the glaze.
Yeah.
I just think you have less crazing. When I use that glaze stuff, I have a lot of crazing going on, and I don't necessarily want that.
At this moment in time.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to go for this stencil first.
Kelly.
I mean, this paper's really had a workout. Remember, it started off as a rub-off.
Oh,
and
yeah, this is the one she got a little angry with me because I was making comments about
how juicy my little
and how
thing was, and it
green
wasn't. Yeah. Well, you were being rude. Really rude.
I was just, you know.
You were making observations.
I was.
They weren't necessarily the kind of information that I needed at that particular time.
I was some John Madden kind of, you know, calling out the obvious that she was not obviously so crazy about me calling out.
Okay, so you kind of lift it up, and if you need to, you can come back in and give it a rub.
It's always nice when you give
Rub-a-dub-dub.
something a rub.
Give something a rub, but now we're going to do a lift off, and we're going to switch sides. I think I'm switching sides. I don't know. Really. My stencils are attacking me. Now I just do this with the, because you see sometimes you get stuff. Didn't particular on this time, but also because my fingers get. Now you can't see it a lot. It mostly just was, but some.
Yeah, I think that looks beautiful.
I think that one's done, but look at what I've got left here.
Yeah.
Now I need to find something else to whip that onto.
Yeah, and if you can ever get that stuff to release from the sides without pulling it up with tape, that'll be a grand, grand day. Maybe.
It will be. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I really, this is the only green I have, but I know how to make that, so I'm not gonna concern myself with that. All right, here we go. We're gonna put down some more pink. Just not gonna worry about what's on there. Ah, shoot.
What's going on?
Well, I knocked my thing over and it still has a goodly amount of paint on it.
Oh.
Now, this is, you know, some of this is going to go away. We're not worried about that. We don't care.
That wasn't the goal.
Some people might, but we don't care. See,
P don't care.
We don't care.
Honey Badger don't care.
It's just best to get a lot on there. It saves, you know, aggravation. You can always brayer it off, and I mean, you know, it's just paint. Where's my dadgum stencil that I've been losing here? Oh, just about.
Oh, about went down the hole.
That went down the hole. Probably needed to mix a little retarder in there.
Because it's drying pretty quick.
That would have been a really brilliant idea. Where's my person that's supposed to say, "Your brayer, your brayer. Turn your brayer over."
Well, you didn't give him a chance.
And you have to remember when you're pulling paint to paint, and this is the other thing that Elizabeth St. Hilaire said. Titanium white has a tendency to adhere to your plate more than other paints. I did not know that. So,
well, you don't really use it that often.
I don't. But, you know, I mean, that's...
Patty's a titanium fan. She uses the titanium buff. Maybe that's why she does it.
Okay, did I turn it over?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Was your door upside down or right side up?
I don't know.
See, that would have been like if...
I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was just noticing the little holes there. It doesn't matter. We're getting some more stuff on here, and it's making... Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Ooh.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yes.
Now, if we were to take this even further and put down a layer of opaque paint, shall we do it?
Do it.
Let's do it. I mean, you know, this isn't like the most fabulous. I like it and everything. Okay, well, we're just going to leave what's on there. We're going to get us some open paint in. I know I've got open Prussian blue here someplace. I know I do. I specifically asked for.
Oh yeah, you've got some somewhere. Probably is towards the back end because you don't really use it all that often.
I don't.
I'm worried I'm getting sprayed on me.
Prussian blue. Open. Okay, now this is, you know, people want to know when to use open. Well, if you're going to be mussing about and you want to get multiple prints,
Open's the thing to do.
If
you don't have open paints, make sure you have some retarder because then you can make the paints that you have more open.
But also remember, the same as with the gloss gel. Mix it really well with your paint or you will have
those
open,
little blobs.
Little blobby blots.
I mean, what do you call that? They're like just little...
Yeah, I don't know, they just kind of do that.
Mm-hmm. It's like it blocks the paint versus mixing up there.
Yes, it won't let you. Okay, some I don't know how much of the beneath stuff is going to show, But it's not going to matter because that's kind of what we have on here anyway. So it's just, you know, it's like a win-win. And then, of course, we've got this mucky muck on the edge here,
Yeah.
which it may or may not come off. We don't really care.
Well, the nice
I
thing...
would just as soon it didn't.
Oh, at this point?
Well, I would like it to build up a bit more there so that I could really pull it with a wall print.
Somebody was asking about wall prints the other day, and you know, we've never really done like a full stream of wall prints, but it's sort of tricky because it kind of takes some time to build it up.
And the whole thing about it is it's really not that terribly entertaining.
It's kind of like, you know, watching somebody spray.
Yeah, it's just, you know. Okay, so we know I love having the open down there because I don't have to like rush. All right, we're going to go with the one that we started with here first.
Yes, yes. Deb says, we'll watch it. You guys are so sweet.
All right, now this is where this other side of the brayer, because remember we really want to work down into the little holes.
Now, what does Robin McClendon call the wall prints? Old world, or...
Oh, I think she calls them wall prints too.
Does she call them wall prints?
I think so.
But these,
I didn't make up that word. I heard it somewhere.
yeah, they're just kind of the, like it looks like an old wall, like with the paint kind of coming off of it, so it's sort of crusty. Yeah, yeah, prints that look like old walls deteriorating.
Oh, look at that! Isn't that wonderful?
Fantastic.
Now look at that. We still have.
Yeah, or yeah, Fran always, she likes to call them mappy. They're kind of mappy.
Yeah. They look like a pirate map that, you know, has been lying about in the chest for years.
Yes, or you just combine it all. Yeah, Isabel says old world wall. All of it.
All of it. Old world wall map. Okay. Now we see, look, we're still getting stuff here. Isn't this amazing? But now watch this. Upsy we go-see. Turny aroundy.
Really? I just that's come up, guys. This is sort of complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to be paying attention.
Yeah.
Sort of. Ooh.
Look at that nice grungy grody-ness there. And if we're worried that it's turning too green, we can always put a layer of transparent red on top of it. But I love this.
I like it.
I really do like it.
Oh, Sonia would like to see the process of that.
Of what?
The old wall print. We should do it at least at the beginning of a stream or something.
Well, I have 500 of them I can show you.
Maybe you just put out a lot of paint.
You use a lot of paint. And basically wall prints mostly occur because you don't know what you're doing. But you're just putting on some more paint. Pulling prints.
Pulling prints. Squishing paint around. Mix it up. Don't mix it up so much. Oh goodness, I've got buildup. Oh, buildup came off. Fantastic.
Yeah, oh look. Look, it's coming off. But I can remember, well, when you first start out, you don't know what. Oh, and here. Forgot about this part.
You think it's because it was open paint?
It was open. There is a possibility I will be getting some. Nah, I goofed off and left it too long.
Or was it on the other side?
No, this was on this side. It's still sticky, but it's not giving much in the way of whatever. All right, well, we've got to use this because I've got it here. But let's. Oh, there's not much left in there. Let's try a little Indian. But the other thing that I noticed that she was using for her white was, and I'm really mad at myself because I did place an order for some
She bought paint.
paint.
I said, do you really need this?
I said, I really, 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 really need this.
Mm-hmm.
She used the fluid acrylic white. That was her white that she was using. She wasn't using heavy body.
I think Susan mentioned that here a minute ago.
Did she? Yeah, because I just remember squirting it out there, and I was thinking, oh, huh. Well, how about that? Okay, let's do something. Let's just... What?
And says, need? Seriously, when does that matter?
All right, we're just going to pull that. As this is going to... What did she say?
Well, there's a whole other conversation that's going on, but that made me chuckle.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to know about it.
I do. I'm curious mind.
Okay. Well, so, let's see. I have to find the... So Diane says, my old chest is starting to look a bit mappy these days. Susan says, underwire will help with that. Francis, she's rolling on the floor laughing about that. And then Anne says that the gravity can be a booger. And then Susan says, just think a benefit of living on Mars or the moon. Lift and separate. And then Francis, separate? Mine live under my armpits.
Oh, I just love the people this year. Okay, look at how clean that plate is. Yeah, okay, but now we've got this. All right, this is almost a wall print.
Well, show us it. I don't... what are you talking about?
Well, it has
There.
qualities that would, it's
Ish. Usually the wall prints have more build up, a little more grungy around the edges.
Yeah. They have pieces that are pulled up from
Or even in the middle. and
many,
stuff.
many pulls before. Okay, well, we're going to use this as our underlayer. And now what we're going to do is we're going to, since I don't really think I probably could replicate that color, but we're going to get in the ballpark. But we're going to go with, and we're going to use white. Or titanium buff. I don't know, one or the other.
You got about 7 minutes to do it.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, I don't know if that's enough time. But we're looking at this color, and this is sort of butterscotch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it lovely?
It really is.
Really, it's beautiful.
Where did that one come from?
What?
You need to pull out your old prints and clean out that box. And
Yeah, I know, I do. Okay, this butterscotch was mixing the pink that was left over on my thing with whatever was on the plate. Silly girl.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys are funny.
Now, is this transparent? No, it's not. It really is. Okay, so we're going to make this a very light layer. But we're just going to do light, we're just going to go light a little bit at a time. And like I said, Hilaire, Elizabeth St. Hilaire was using the fluid acrylics and, getting a lot more action.
One likes to get more action.
Ooh.
Yeah, your brayer be givething.
Giveth.
Mm-hmm.
Hers didn't do this.
It adds to the wall printiness.
Yes. We're just going to go with that. We wanted it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think that's pretty mixed. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, I am sure what's happening.
Yeah,
here.
you got...
Yeah, I got some issues with my brayer, but that's all right. We'll make some more purposeful lines here so that it doesn't look like we're...
Yeah, she meant to do that.
I meant to do that. Okay.
Looking kind of Linus-y.
Line of
Flip your brayer if you didn't, because I don't think that you did.
And I will clean that brayer before we go on to the next.
Did you flip it? You got it down the wrong way.
That's fine.
Okay.
We might have some interesting other things.
Bye, Diana. Thanks for hanging. Is Eddie still here?
What?
He may not be reading the chat. They're apologizing to Eddie.
Oh. We're talking about undergarments?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he knows about it.
I don't think that he doesn't seem like the type that would get offended by such things.
Now, look at that.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay, we ain't done yet, folks. Alright, we're just going to grab one of these other prints. Now, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff on there. I was going to lift it, but let's just see what happens.
Boy, that print has seen some things today.
It has. It's getting enough heft, I won't even have to glue it down. I can just use it as is.
Woo! Very nice.
Yeah. Alright, now I've got to figure out what to put this on too. And I still have a few little places out here that have stuff on them that I don't want.
Eddie says, ladies, I've heard it and seen it all. He's good. That's why we like Eddie.
Yes.
He can keep up with this group.
Alright, I'm just trying to get that stuff off in the middle. And see, I probably should have used something with a little bit more open quality to it.
Yeah, because it's drying up.
Because it's drying up. And that isn't good. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to take that and let's see if we can figure out, this is the bottom here, turn it to the top.
I'm still kind of freaked out about this this technique.
Hey, I watched it being done.
Yeah, you did. And it was quite loud. I was going to gripe at you, but I figured that you really needed to hear whatever it was. You were getting noed up.
Well, the problem with captioning in a demonstration is your captions cover up the part of the thing that you're actually watching.
Well, and it's hard to, I've noticed, because I watch or read a lot of, like, just kind of podcasty stuff. But then if it's something that actually, something's going on, and then you're trying to read, I have a real hard time.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we do still have some stuff left on the plate here, but I'm not going to worry about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you.
Yeah, well, I think, P has obviously proven that the peacock swirls and birdie whirls are quite the little duo for the layered opaqueness.
Yeah.
The Hilaire moves.
Now, I could go and take this one step even further. I could make that yellow even lighter.
Evie, we cut to order, so, you know. We've got a stockpile of Yupo. Order away, my friends.
Use this over the top of this, because, see, it's going to maintain... Shall I do it?
What?
Shall I do the next layer?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. I thought you were shutting me down.
I mean, you got 2 minutes.
I've got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. One tiny, tiny, tiny small dab.
I knew I heard you.
You know, when small dabs are not what I'm used to. And then we're going to grab our same titanium buff. Hello, Isabella. How are you doing today? And we're going to just try to pick up whatever's on the plate there as part of our... But we want this to be very, very light. We want enough contrast.
I love that you're kind of doing this monochromatic business with this layering.
Well, this is opaque layering, and I just think that it's because she did it. The way she did it is not the way I do it, and I thought it was important that people know, you know, that they're... Just because I do something one way does not... I should have cleaned my brayer.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
It's got the lines.
I will take care of that, but I don't really think it's going to be all of that. Horribly, horribly importante.
Muy importante. Very important.
I don't know that.
Very important.
Izzy, what is verde?
Red.
Verde.
Rojo.
Rojo's red. Verde is
It's been a while since we talked
I
about
know.
morado.
I just don't know them anymore.
Oh.
We need to quiz
How
her.
about amarillo?
Yellow.
Yes. Anaranjado.
Orange. Purple.
Orange.
She said orange.
Oh, she did say orange. Oh.
I thought it was purple.
No, anaranjado is orange. Naranjo is orange, like the kind you would eat in your mouth.
Mm.
Check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! All right, what a way to end this trip.
I'm
Hey,
gonna go to Gigi's side.
You're going-
See me on the other side.
all right, my arty friends. Woo, that was quite the stream. Sprays to layers.
Layers.
Layers
Remember?
to sprays.
Palimpsest. Palimpsest.
What are you talking about? Palimpsest.
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 Palimpsest. Palimpsest.
It's 'cause
Palimpsest.
she's been
Yeah. I listened to it. I poked the listen thing.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us for another awesome stream. This was Thursday, so that means that we'll be back on Sunday. If you want to hang out with us and many of these lovely folks here in the chat, that's over in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Arts Facebook group. We have all kinds of things going on. It's the beginning of the month. You definitely need to be going over there because all the things are starting and you got to sign up for things or
I
see
signed
what
up. I
things.
signed up for the tag swap.
Good job, Ping. All right, guys, we'll see you back here on Sunday. Thanks for having